Welcome back to the D&D Family Gamers. I'm the Goon here, back on Genshin Impact, folks. Welcome to the show. And today, what's for double money because I know what I'm going to do again. So I've been lots of more ideas that they can put into this game. And these ideas can apply to the other games as well. A.k.a. Infinity Nikki, Zenless, Honkai, and Withering. So, yeah, well, just want to mention that right now. So, if you enjoy, hit like, comment, and let's kick some ass and raise some hell, shall we? So, if you enjoy, hit like, comment. And we got audio, fantastic. Now, one idea that they should do, and this is one that I would love, especially because of how much fun I do, can they please increase the freaking condensed resin? It is so annoying when I need a farm and I'm like, oh, I have 5. I need to go do it and then come back out and make it again. It gets annoying fast. And what's wrong with me, folks? I play this game a lot. So it's slightly annoying when I'm trying to farm. So if they can just double it to 10, it'd be amazing. Now, another idea is this. And no, I'm not going to talk about, like, you know, they should adjust it. I already did that one. No, what they should do is put a pity counter on the screen here. Like, let's just say, on the bottom right side of the screen, so say right near Yao Yao's foot, have a little counter saying, like, you know, so many polls. It'll say, like, oh, you're at 64 polls or whatever pity. Because Zenless Zero has it, so they can easily put in, and don't say you can't, because they're owned by the same company. That would be a good one in my opinion, because it gets annoying that, like if you haven't played for a while, and you're like, oh, what was my pity last time? You would have to go into history and then count it out and see. It gets annoying fast. Oh shit, I need the event. I'll do that in a minute. So I'm telling you, when, for me, like, I do play so many games, I sometimes get the P's mixed up between all of them. So I'm like, ah, shit. And I go through the list, and it gets annoying. So if they can put something like that in, just, it's a small thing, too. It literally takes up a small pixel of the screen. Like, literally, have it right on the bottom right of the picture, saying you have that much P. Or even, like, there's so much here that they can use. Like, you see the sky behind it. They can easily put it right in any of the corners. Easily. Like, you can put it like on the bottom left. Or mid left, kind of. Something like that. It'd be a good thing for the game. Because trust me, it gets annoying when I have to look at my freaking pity. And trust me, I love my pity a lot. Alright, let's see. So if they could just change that little feature, it'd be amazing. And another thing, increase the rewards from events. I think easily doubling it will not kill your company at all. Wait. Shit. Wait. Got him. Oh no. Ah, okay, I understand. Oh, that is useful. Quintuple kill! What's on more ideas, man, folks, after I get this event done? Because I really don't want to miss out on the rewards. Oh. Pull him up. Pull him up. Wait. Boom, boom, boom! Alright. Alright, boom. Okay. Oh, nope. And I win. Not one got by. Perfect result. GG. Alright, last one will open up tomorrow, and that will be completed. But, back to the idea of them doubling the event stuff. Let's just put it bluntly. An event like that, you don't even get 3 pulls. You get, I think, 420 Primo Gems. Which equals more or less 2.5 pulls. Which, in my opinion, no. Nope. Nope. They need to double it. Because I think that should be like maybe around 800. I think 800 would be a perfect amount. That means just through an event, you get an extra 5 pulls. Because why not? Because let's be honest, folks, take it from my account, there's hardly any treasures for me to get anymore. So, like, if they can just increase the amount of primos from the events, will be great. So, for example, for a small event like this, say 800. Maybe even at most, say 850. Just ballpark it. But, like, say the bigger events, like we had that film festival that was over here somewhere. Why not that one be, oh, I don't know, roughly 2,000 Primo Gems? I think it was like around 1,000 or a little more, something like that. Because then you get more Primo Gems, which I think that'll be really good for the game. Because, like, think of the Toyo. If you increase rewards, you get more players, because some players that don't play the game, they'll be like, I'm not gonna play this, you don't get shit for rewards. So in turn, if you're like, okay, if we increase the rewards on the events, you know what? Maybe we'll get more players. More players means more money. Because, like, say for example, one person joins and like, these rewards are pretty good, maybe I should go tell my friends about this. And then it spreads like wildfire. Like, this is the thing when it comes to Hoyo, that they don't use their brain that well. Cause, like, come on. Be reasonable. Like, I'm thinking about this from a multiple perspective. And this way, they would make money. Cause, like, well, I know people say, well, at first they'd lose money. Yes, at first. But, like, say right now, I don't know what the exact number is of how many people are playing the game, but let's just say 100 people are playing. Right? I know a lot more than that, but just for an example. And then let's say they're like, you know, they release the new updates and, you know, rewards under events are double. And those kind of people are like saying, oh, you know what? That's not bad rewards. Maybe I should go tell all my friends about this. And spread the word. They get more players into playing the game. And then those players will be like, you know what? Maybe I want to go put some money into it. As simple as that. Because let's just be honest, folks. And they honestly, this is another thing to do. Every version update, they should give us a free 10 bowl. And players can't say they can't do that. Well, I'm gonna bet they can because both Zenless Zero and Honkai Star Rail, for the first week of the new patch, they give you a free 10 bowl. Granted, you need a login for that week. Well, I guess I'll have a long, but even that point. So, like, I think a free 10 poll for all players that play Genshin Impact would not hurt them. In fact, it might make players be like, you know what, since they're giving me so much, maybe I'll get some walk-ins. Or, what the what's that what I'm saying? Oh, and the time I found out, folks, apparently non-cry ain't in the middle. Which I'm like, I thought it was. And I was like, oh, non-cry gotta be right here. No, apparently it's on the edge of Teyvat. So that means like maybe over in this quadrant, which would kind of... Wait a minute, hold on, actually, hang on. Teleport. Alright, where am I? Oh, behind me. Yeah, there's some freaking... Wait. Oh my god, you got to see it. There's some mountainscapes here. That might be Narcry. Can't really tell you all that bloody fog. If not Narcry, maybe it's the Manajavari. Which if so, God, we're in trouble. But that's the idea of something now. And that is, so there's so much big areas. Like, look at this. Why don't we just cut this part off? Because that, honestly, is just dumb. Same thing with this. Cut that off. Like, I understood when the update first came out and you just got here. I'm like, okay, not a problem. But, another thing they need to do. Faster on the region of resin. Takes over nearly 27 hours to get 200 resin is stupidity. I'm gonna just point out bluntly. Like, let's just be real, Hoyo. These ideas I talk about would make the game better. It wouldn't make it less playable. No, it would make it more playable because players would be like, oh my god, these things that came into the game makes the game feel better. Like, for example, make the game feel more alive by having characters that you meet in the world. Like, for example, at Sumeru City, you'd bump into Main Nahida walking around, or Nilu, or Sino, or Tanari, Kole, Akabe, Alhaitham. Any of the characters you meet in this area, there's a chance that you might just randomly bump into them. And if you bump into them, you challenge for a little bit. Because let's be honest, right now, the game doesn't feel alive about the characters that are playable. Because there's only any units that's actually a playable unit that you can actually go and physically talk to. I'm trying to think, is there any that I can think of? I don't think there is now I really think about it. So, if they can just put the character in... Not that. But these ideas would in turn help out the game so much. Well, I know technically they are working on, not you, to be a permanent thing, which is the idea I'm awesome talking about. They're trying to make it permanent. I'm like, just put it in there and they just animate when you do a certain part of the story. Duh. It's not rocket science, this. Well, I'll just be reasonable here. And another thing is, I want them, like, this is an idea I want to see because I love, like, a tycoon type of game. I played them in the past, they're pretty fun. Is have an area that you can make your own, like, little town. Like, for example, say an island just pops up right in the middle of this area, which would be insane, don't get me wrong. But, let me just go over this so I can show you what I'm talking about. Like you can see, it's a massive ocean. Or they're like, I don't know. But the big zone, so imagine an island pops up, you get a quest to go over there, and you can build yourself a town. And I know people say, oh, that's boring. But here's the thing, you get primo gems, but this is the kicker. And this will get people's attention because normally you would not get access to them unless you pay for them. Is a generator, in quotation, to generate gems crystals. And yes, folks, I'm talking about, if we go down here, these little widgets. Which, in my opinion, would be fantastic for the game. Because, come on, that would be amazing. And then, like, you know, but players be like, oh, but I don't want to build a town up. Well, you do one of two ways. That give you a blueprint so you don't have to bust your butt. But if you don't want to use the blueprint, you can go with your own method. Because I've seen people what they do in their bots, and I'm like, wow. Amazing work. Like, having that out here will be amazing. Now, another idea I wanted to put in is increase the level cap for characters and weapons. And I have 3 signs of proof that they are going to do it. For one, this is based around the number 7 a lot. 7 nations, 7 elements, yada yada. But in my opinion, why are the weapons, you can only get them to level 90, but, or the characters to level 90, but it only shows them having 6 stars, in quotation. So, like, in my opinion, increase that to level 100. But, here's the kicker. Because, like, there's another that's interesting. And this is hinting at something with the Pyro Traveler. Because now we have not 1, but 2 effects with constellations. Which has never happened on any unit. So seeing that is very interesting. Hey Jen, what up? But another thing, if you look, where is it? No again, and wait. Yeah, right there. Increase the level up by 3. Master upgrades 15. But it will be 100% real right now. The max level with that effect on is level 13. Why is that? Because why would I say 15? It makes no sense. Because, like, another thing, look at this. If we go to, where is it? Wait, where'd it go? Training guide, here we go. Now, let's just take Ganyu for an example. Right here, talents cannot be upgraded at the moment. And another one, if we go right here, character level cannot be upgraded at the moment. My Ganyu is max level. Triple Crown status. So in my opinion, they got something cooking. Because it will make no sense to be like, that's the point right there. Why would it say it? I could understand maybe like the earlier characters, you know, because they were starting out. I can understand that. Because they're earlier. Yeah, potentially. I'm thinking they are going to give us an increase in our levels eventually. Maybe when we get to Nocry. Or even maybe Shanghai. Like I think that's the part that never makes sense because like let's take one of my characters that's Triple Crown and has Mass Constellation. My name Wong. 1313. So they are cooking something. I think they are getting with a little 100 gap because think about it, there's nothing that makes sense when you actually think about it. Is monster levels. Like look right here. Take these Gardemen right here for example. Level 99. Would I guess in the level being a little higher than the characters? You know, that makes sense. Gonna make them a little bit harder to beat up. But if we take, for example, Krabby here. Just say I Krabby for a minute. I'm not gonna do him. I need to see a level. And oh, right there, level 103. Which makes no sense. Why should the enemies be over 10 levels higher than the character we play as? That literally makes no sense. Bloody hell, I want to loud. So in my opinion, there's gotta be an update. Exactly. 100% I agree. And that's why I think, I know people say, oh, they don't want to do that because some people like, there'll be more grinding, but here's the thing. And they can do it. Just for example, let's just take Spiral Blitz or even a new mode in general. You go in there, you beat bosses up, you get a material that ascends your character to their final form. Let's just call it an awakening, for an example. And when doing that, not only do you get the match and you give it to the characters, they awaken their forms, they get stronger, and they're instant level 100. And in turn, that would make it so you can get to level 15 on talents. Well, it's only level 12, technically. What the frick? Lovely things. But I think this idea would be so good. Because, like, they can even put into, like, Siege and Onslaught. Like, you know, you beat, say, let me, oh boy, oh, wrong button. Go away from that. I need to show you something. I'm only using this for, like, an example. So, say, for example, you do menacing. Right here, level 100. Which, insane. I still can't believe I beat that one myself. But right here, this would put your account to the next level. Because let's say you got on level 100 monsters, or bosses, either way. And when beating them, you get a drop. That gives you the material to ascend them further, aka an awakening. And with said awakening, you would get a special outfit for the characters. That is tailored to them. In my opinion, that would be fantastic. fantastic. Like, can you imagine? Like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna ascend my Ganyu to level 100. And to get like a special outfit that's, you know, so that full strength. Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't need to do that. Because let's be honest, not everybody can get C6 units, especially the big ones, you know, like the main characters, like the 5 stars. Because let's be honest, the basics is horrible. So let's give us, you know, and this is another thing. This mode would not have a timer. Because in my opinion, timers are so annoying. Especially with Digital Onslaught. You get 2 minutes with 0 energy. What a pain in my ass. And, like, because, like, let's think for... Like, let's take, for example, the, let me go see a certain dummy. Hold on. Where's the quick waypoint to 1? Well, shit. Let's take local legends, for example. Perfect. I'm only going in not to buy it. No, no, no. To show something. Let me in. Yeah, don't care. Now, right here, when you fight these bosses, you don't need a... There's no timer. You can take as much time as you need and just focus on defeating the boss. So have something like this, then you can take on the enemy, beat them, and get said item to ascend characters. Why not? Because it would be, honestly, a lot of fun. Wait. It doesn't mind being folks. That will make the game more fun. And I can't think. The only way you would be able to unlock it is if you have one character at least level 90. Like, yeah, you can see I have a few units on my account that are level 90. Ganyu, Skirk, Yolan, Raiden, Miko, Eula, Silali, Navi, Kaching, Farina, Kokomi, Mabrika, Hotel, Ningguang, and the Traveler.
Billy Churl,
so like, imagine that they actually put it in, and you're like, okay, I want to ascend, and you get a cool, like, alternate outfit to their designs. And it's free. I'm thinking it will be amazing. Like, they could even do this if they want to be a little lazy, in quotation. Is that the outfits you would get are like maybe more casual outfit. Like, imagine half the shit casual. That'd be interesting. And like, here's the thing. If we're going that far, let's go back to which spot is it? It's that one, right? Yeah. Let's take this spot section for example. And we go over into the picture. Okay, what I mean. Have it something like this. Then you click on the characters, like, let's just take one I've already done, which, Ganyu. You can see right here, you gotta do it, I got it done, and I got trace. Have something like this again that has a requirement that you have to be level 90, and you have to make a team to go in with said character to get the map for the character. So, like, let's take Gene here. Yeah, like right there. Challenge criteria. Gene level reaches level 90, and you have to have friendship 8. Let's say, for example, this new mode You have to have the character's friendship 10. Just for the giggles. And of course, them being level 90. And in turn, you go in, you beat the boss, you get the material. Like, let's say it's, just for fun. Let's just say each character has like a special item that's, like, you know, special to the character. Like, for example, World of Travel, for example. The key that we saw during the, Interlude Story Quest, let's say that's their awakening piece. In my opinion, that would be so damn cool. Or like, let's just say, Skirk. Her ambition to defeat a master, which I'm going with her, I'm like that guy's ass myself. You, in turn, get the item that gives her a significant power boost, aka level 100. And for Navi, it's for her getting past the loss of her father and Silver Maloose.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Like, each one will have, like, their own little story plot. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, for example, let's take Eula. When you do hers, let's just say that, you know what, she has to let go of her family's, you know, thing, you know, because her family is, what's the word I'm looking for? Wealthy and demonetized. Pains and arrears will work like that. Granted, there's a few exceptions. But, imagine having that. Oh. Alright, no problem, Jin. I think that would be a cool way of getting characters their things, which, if that actually happened, I would be... Ooh, it'd be fun. Wait, did I buy the things from you yet? Hang on, I'll check. Alright, let me see. Did I? I forgot. Yes, I did. Where did I have 5, but I'm not buying the mails. For about 20 different reasons. But, like, this could be a feature they could add into, like, the Nocry update. Or even Snezhnaya. Oh god, when we go to Snezhnaya, we are definitely gonna die. And that's another thing. Give us NPC playable characters that actually made a point in the stories. Like, for example, Dunyazard. She was a really funny character. I liked her character personally. It was just sad when she had the, what they call it. I forgot what the illness is called right offhand. Coley had it too. I just can't remember the name of it. But, either way, another thing they should do with it, another one they should bring in, is Jet. That poor girl has gone through hell. Like, she lost her father, she lost her mother, she lost the tribe she was supposed to belong to, because they more or less were going to do something to her, which, yeah, that wouldn't have gone all too well. Well, it didn't because we kicked her in their asses.
This guy in Natland.
And completely annihilate them.
You're also here for my...
But that's not the point. The point is, I want these certain NPC characters to actually be playable. Like, come on, make Jet playable. And like, I'm not saying making them a 5-star unit. No, you don't have to. I think perfectly well. Like, let's take Jet for example, and I can show you what I mean because they have her character model in here. Yeah, this is the Jet model here. Just hers is with blue hair. That's the only difference. They can easily make her playable. Like this, as a 4-star version, will be sick. Like, do maybe a slight redesign so it's not like it exactly. Like maybe remove the blindfold. Because that will be freaking cool. And there's characters we meet in the storyline that are just NPCs and they're like, dude, they would be so cool as playable units. And I know people say, oh, they won't ever do that because, like, you know, her weapons, they can't do that. Oh, yes, they can. Cause, Exhibit A. Let me get to her. Where is she in this pile? I know she's in this here somewhere. Here she is. Lanyan. She uses a catalyst, but she uses those things instead for fighting. In my opinion, that would, like, they could easily make it. And see, and that's why I say, make her force off, so, you know, it makes it a little easier for players to get. Or, better yet, since these are NPCs that would be playable, for example, if you've done their quest line, for example, Jet's story, which I feel so bad for Jet. I love her character. You know, people say she doesn't like Aether. Yeah, I disagree on that one. Because she fell for me at the ending. No question. But, my point. Point is, though, like, once you do it, like, there'll be, like, a tab up. Like, remember when we used to get permanent, like, if you beat Trial Abyss, I think it's 4-3, I think it is, you get a free Xiangling. Why not have something like that, you know, you get a free Jet, for example. You know, to have a little line, and then you go have her on the team, you can start building her. I think that'd be amazing. And then, to make it a little bit more reasonable, because I'm like, people are like, oh, it'll be a pain to get constellations for the characters. Well, why not to begin with, as a trial run, we'll do the same treatment as what happened with Aloy. Which I still think is stupid why they haven't given her constellations, but have it like this, so it's blank. For now. They see the community, how they react to NPCs, certain ones, becoming playable units. And they think, oh, this is really good, you know what? Let's give them constellations and put them in the banner system. Something like that, in my opinion, would be amazing. If they actually did that, folks, I would be ecstatic. Because it would help out so much. Because I love Jet's character, for example. I really do. Granted, at one point she did try to kill us. But that's just bullshit. Because her tribe lied about us. But, my point again. Like, how cool would it be, like, you can switch to the character, like, and you're like, oh, I want to play Jet today. And, like, the thing is, they don't need to change the elements. Like, for example, Jet, with her ability, she was technically a Hydro character. Hydro Catalyst user. Make her more like a sub-DPS. Stuff like that, you know? Like, why not? I think that would be amazing for the game. Bloody freaking Jesus. It doesn't... I think about this stuff a lot, folks. And I'm like, these ideas could apply to other Honkai or other games in general. It's gacha, like Honkai Star Rail, Xenoblade Zero, Withering, NBA Nikki. Well, NBA Nikki not so much because that is just Nikki getting outfits. So it's a little different. But, my point. Making it this way, like, I understand they want to really do a 5-star unit to make more money. I understand that and all, but come on. If you give us these characters, play be like, you know what? Maybe I want to go for a characters coming up. And like, if you want to really reel them in, make it, for example, like, let's just take Maverick here. And let's just say they made Jen into a crown, just for anything else. Say she is a decent support for Malrika. Type deal. And I'm only using that as an example, folks, so don't trip me out. In my opinion, that will be a really good thing, in my opinion. Because, like, you like, play be like, you know what, maybe I'm going to try this character with so-and-so. And you're like, you know what, we tested it, she does pretty good, maybe I'll go for the character on Constellation. That dealio. Like, if they ever put these ideas in, I'd be ecstatic. And that's what I want to see. Like, honestly, folks, the ideas me and Chevelle came up with for this game over the time of playing, like, right now, their main goal is a 10-year plan for the game. The ideas we gave them could give them at least another 20 years. At least. Because, like, think about it, folks. When hitting near the 5-year mark, September will be 5 years. We gotta be look here in my character archive. And on my dream world, folks. 9/27 is when I first started my journey in Genshin Impact. You know, people say, oh, it's the 28th. Yeah. I still think they're on that day personally because either that or I got a day early and I don't know how. But in my opinion, when that comes up, it's gonna be 5 years in development. And like the thing is, I think we'll be in Nordcry in the 5-year anniversary. So what makes perfect sense is that they reveal these big ideas at the 5-year anniversary, like saying, oh, guess what? Since we've heard your ideas, we're gonna start putting these ones in. Like, it won't be all at once because it could cause issues. But we will slowly implement them. It will be amazing. Like, if I even heard half of the ideas I talked about and hear like saying they are implemented, I'll be like, no freaking way. Because I talked about the ideas. I'll be on cloud 9. I'll be like, no flipping way. My God, enemies, leave me alone. I'm not New Year's. But I'm just thinking about this from so many angles. And it's like, I think it would be really good for the game. Get you, Lord, come here. Like, who knows? Some of the ideas I've talked about have been implemented. Bam. Because let's see, what was it? Yeah, the resin. For a while, it's been at 160. And I was like, oh, they should increase the resin to 200 or 240. So that buddy golf. Yeah. There we go. But I think about this stuff and I'm like, if they actually thought about it, they could make billions. Like it's nothing. And then of course they ever add the dating system in the game, they'll even make more money. Think about it. You get to date your favorite character. And it doesn't matter if you're Aether or Lumi. You can date whoever you want. Well, that's one of the kid types, of course. Because that would be a little weird. Like, you can still go out and hang out with them. You'd be like kind of a big brother or a big sister type deal. Because I know right now, the first character that's actually going to be playable that actually has a kid is Alice. Which, from looking at Alice's design, holy shit. I cannot wait till she's playable. She's gonna look fire. But well, that could be just me because I like her design. I love her character. Her character's funny. Yeah. Hey, You never know, right, folks? If they actually put the ideas in and we actually see them, how cool would that be? And like the idea I mentioned earlier, like an area that's like a town built to them. Let's say you got an area this big of Mondstadt, but you get to build how you want. Like the different things you have in your teapot you unlocked, or you can do the blueprint that you kind of or they can do the same thing on the teapot. That if people upload their their schematics in quotation, they would be able to let players like that don't want to do much but they like the design, they can use it. In my opinion, that would be amazing. But I think both will got the end here for now. So Dragonia and the ZND family of the show. Hope you like right there. That both was kind of nutty. We didn't get into too much trouble, not quite. But those ideas, whoo, you gotta love them. Cause god damn, what we getting shit done. And hopefully Hoyo is listening to this video because honestly, Hoyo wants to keep it real here. It would help out the game a lot. So, anyways, if you enjoy, hit like and comment. Thank you for watching. Hope to see another one of Genshin back. I will see you and y'all take care. I will see y'all next one. Laters.